Good morning, and welcome to the show. I am Trucker Rudi. We are just getting our day started here in Steinbach, guys. We really are. We've gotten quite a bit of snow here overnight, so the yard is quite packed with snow today. I mean, it's not terrible, but you know, takes a little bit for them to clean everything up, right? Plus that wind that we had yesterday too didn't help. But anyways, we have gotten our trailer now, and we are ready to leave the yard. And just checking the mirrors to make sure that all of my my wheels are turning, especially the ones on the trailer, right? Like, you always want to make sure of that. But yeah, looks like the dump truck is coming in here, or a garbage truck, to pick up some garbage, I guess. But hey, we got garbage too, right? Anyhow, let's get on down the road. We don't particularly have a nice trip, but it could turn into a nice trip. You never know, right? We're only going to Grand Island, Nebraska, which is not the greatest trip. Not sure which way this guy wants to go. Well, I guess he wants to go in there, but... Alright, here we go. Apparently he doesn't know what a single light is either. But anyways, here we go. Let's get back on the road here and see how slippery the roads are going to be today. Yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit slippery out here today.
In 100 meters,
I
turn
know,
right on
with all this snow and wind that we had yesterday, it looks like, oh, look at that, we already have an accident up here. Look at that, 2 of them actually. Yikes, that's not good. Right here in Steinbach, somebody brought a shovel. Awesome, look at that, eh? People are going too fast for conditions again. That's what I was talking about. Let's go find out and see how slippery the road is going to be. That's what I meant by that, right? Exactly because of these reasons. You know, people are not looking, they're not paying attention, they're just playing away on their cell phones and don't realize that, hey, there's a stopped vehicle, I might want to slow down, right? No, they're playing away on their cell phones, and next thing they know, oh shit, there's a parked vehicle right there, and then kaboom, they hit the shoulder or hit the car or whatever, right? But anyways, I'm not saying that couldn't happen to us. Anything is possible. But you gotta keep an eye on the road, especially in these kind of road conditions, you know? I mean, the road looks okay, but when you come into a town, it is a good chance that these intersections are going to be slippery. That's just common sense. That's just how it works. Like, you know, you're driving down the road on the highways. The highways are fine, but coming into an intersection, you want to be careful, because you got to realize that when it's snowing, or you know, wind with snow, whenever you come to a stop, you're packing in the snow, and then when you take off, you're most likely to spin. Well, what is that going to do? That's going to create a little bit of heat, and then that's going to melt the snow a little bit, and then you're going to freeze over again. And what does that do? That creates one sheet of ice. So you know that's going to be extremely slippery then. But anyhow, apparently the fuel pump is still frozen up here in town. And even the Co-op fuel station, apparently their system is down. Not necessarily that the pumps were frozen, it was just apparently their card system was down. So we can't even get fuel there. So I'm gonna have to go into North Dakota, and I know they have #1 fuel there in some of those pumps. So I made sure I grabbed me an extra gallon of kerosene, and we're gonna throw that one in there and hammer down. Yeah, that's right. Luckily we did put in some kerosene the other day when we filled up. Remember, guys? I did. So now we got treated fuel, but only a half a tank of fuel, right? So we'll go down to probably Grand Forks or something like that. We'll top her off. I think they have number 1 there at the Simmons or whatever it's called up there. So we'll grab the rest of the tank of fuel there, because it is fairly cold. It's like minus 27 with the wind chill in the 30s. So we're pretty cold today. I mean, it's not extreme. We don't have an extreme wind today like we did yesterday. But anyhow, let's make it happen, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Oh, looks like even southbound scale was open, like just before the border. Let me just open up the window a little bit.
Keep to the right on King Street,
right.
and then turn left in 50 meters.
Come up to the next axle. We'll look at him and see if they're wanting to look at us today. But anyways, even the scale up here just before the border is open today. I'm like, whoa, and they're pulling in everybody south and northbound today. So yeah, we're only like a mile away from the border. That's right. But we're light today. I only got 10,000 pounds in the trailer today, so we're pretty light. Well, look at all the fresh snow that they have gotten up here. I know, RJ, I know. I know you're going to be screaming at us, but look at that. Look at all the snow that they have piled up over here. And it looks like somebody's either gotten stuck over there or something. I'm not sure exactly what's happened over there, but looks like they're trying to tow them away out of there. Maybe they froze up. Who knows? Got Steinbach towing in there. But anyways, let's go back over here to the road and go down to the border and hopefully get across and get going. South, that is. Hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer, although we're not going very deep south, so it may not be exactly super warm, but hey, it is what it is, right?
North Selkirk Highway.
Cottonwood, yeah, they're usually pretty heavy. Anyhow, let's go to the border and find out if they'll let us across today again, right? Just gotta cross the border, guys. And it is a bit of a rough yard here today because everything is pure ice up here. I mean, it's not extreme slippery, but it is slippery. But then you have these holes in these ice.
Entering North Dakota.
There you go. You see that, how this is? And that is extremely bumpy when it fills up like that, and then you got a big hole, and yeah, it's quite annoying. You see how bumpy that is? I mean, it may not look quite as much on the video because it's stabilized a little bit on the video footage, but inside the cab it's shaking back and forth quite a bit. But anyhow, we got to cross the border, no problem.
Speed warning.
It was pretty good crossing there today. Oh yeah, it's definitely slippery right here. I can feel it. But I think as soon as we get back on here, on a little ways away from the border here, I think we'll be alright. But right here for a second, it was a little slick. But welcome to North Dakota, guys. We have made it again. So let's hammer down and see how far we can make it today, right? Here we go, guys. We are now in Fargo, North Dakota. It's time for us to take our mandatory half-an-hour break. And I don't like what these four-wheelers are doing. That's where we truckers usually park. And you got two of these four-wheelers parking in there. I'm not really happy about that, but whatever, at least we have room to go park in there a little bit. But anyways, I'm gonna go in here and have me some Mexican food. I'm hungry. Haven't had anything to eat yet today, so, and it's already like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that, so gotta take my half-an-hour break anyway, so may as well do it here and have me a good lunch, right? All right, guys, it is time for lunch, so let's have a look on exactly what we're having. Oh, look at that. Nice Mexican food over here. Oh man, that looks fantastic. I am telling you guys, I'm gonna have me a fantastic lunch. After a good bite to eat, we got just barely back to the truck and somebody called me again, so been on the phone with them for a little while now, and I finally told him, I said, I gotta get off the phone here, I gotta make some videos yet. So here we go. We're already in South Dakota now. Just cruising along here up and down the road. We still have another 334 miles to go till we get to the customer. And it's already 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I know in another half an hour, the sun will probably start going down. And we won't have no more daylight. So I figured, well, I gotta get at least one more clip in there and make it a little bit more of an interesting video. At least we're going to try. But yeah, they're calling for some snow coming through here tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's not going to be too terribly bad. But at least right now the temperature is good. If it snows now, I think the road for the most part is going to stay fairly dry, because it's minus 18. Generally at that temperature it doesn't stick too much, so then we should be alright. But if it warms up, it may not be the greatest. But then again, we got another 5 hours to go further south, so it might be quite a bit warmer over there than it is up here, right? But yeah, we already got us a reload back to Winkler, Manitoba again. Reloading, it sounds like at the same place. Yikes, I'm not too excited about that, but what can I say? What can I say? That's just how trucking goes. Not every trip is going to be a super good mileage trip, and not every trip is going to be a good trip. That's all I'm trying to say. But we gotta take the good with the bad sometimes, right? Sometimes we have a good day and sometimes we don't, right? And it's the same in the trucking industry. Sometimes it's a good run and sometimes it isn't, right? And we gotta do the bad every once in a while to remind us when we get a good trip, we should be happy for it, right? Anyhow, let's go ahead and continue on cruising along here. I think I'm going to be turning off here very soon. We're coming up on Waterloo here very soon. And so, Watertown, I say Waterloo, Watertown. And we'll be turning off there to go towards US 81. Take that down all the way down to the 80. And then go west a little bit towards Grand Island, right? But anyhow, we'll probably try and make it up to Norfolk, Nebraska, I believe, or maybe South Dakota. I always mix those things up there, but Norfolk's anyways. I don't know which state it is in. I don't remember that anymore. It's been a while since we've been through this area. But I do know that there is a Love's truck stop there, and hopefully I can make it up to there and spend the night there. I made it down to Norfolk, I can never say this name right, but Norfolk's Nebraska, I want to say. And we got here kind of late last night, so I just kind of went straight to bed and called it a day. That's it. Now it's the next morning, and I was just inside there, and I saw they had the news station on there, so I'm gonna go check the weather here, because they're saying there's some snowfall warnings up in this area. So I'm kind of curious here to see. Yeah, I do see some snow coming up, but right now it's not that bad. It doesn't look that bad. Hopefully it ain't gonna get any worse than what it's doing right now, right? It ain't doing much right now. There is very, very light flurries, but that is very, very light, nothing too serious. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, close off the show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave me that big fat thumbs up and all them good things that make us love our job. And with that being said, we're out of here. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.